alone and unchanging.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to another brand new live stream दोस्तों स्वागत है आप सबका मेरे इस लाइव स्ट्रीम में तो आज हम क्या करने वाले हैं आज हम करने वाले हैं
Don't fly.
Light it up! Burn it down! Shine down! There is no escape! Light it up! Illusion shattered! Rise with the sun! There is no escape!
Closing in.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of war?
One with nature!
Illusion shattered.
अब क्या करना है? Our conquest.
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization. In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past.
Up and away.
Shine down! Burn it down! The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
Oh, is this the...
Empty and forgotten.
Monsters! Watch out!
There is no escape! Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky!
Ills be gone.
Shine down! Light it up!
Whoa!
Rev the engines!
Now you shall perish.
हेलो, आया वीसी पे बस 10 मिनट। ठीक है ठीक है, आ जाओ आ जाओ, कोई बात
Super strong bandits? Or
नहीं।
monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
यस, मैंने भी देखा। अच्छा दे रहा है मतलब अभी।
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
गेम का साउंड ठीक आ रहा है ना वैसे? कोई दिक्कत नहीं ना दोस्त? अगर आ रही है तो बताओ, वैसे कोई बात नहीं। वैसे आप जल्दी आ जाओ।
Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, oh hey them. We haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Okay, okay, Paimon's the best.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. अच्छा ऑफलाइन हो? हेलो हेलो क्या हो गया?
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is.
हेलो
It's
हेलो
coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Hmm? It's from below.
हेलो
But there's no way I
Hello.
can get down there.
Something
आई
is
थी
off
क्या
about
आ
ये
गई
the
रोने
exterior
की आवाज
here.
आ रही, मैंने कहा पता नहीं क्या है ये।
मनो नहीं आप अभी आए ना
क्या?
जब आप ही आए ना जब 2-5 मिनट
नहीं
पे
नहीं, जब तुम गए हुए थे ऑफलाइन कर रखी थी
हाँ
स्ट्रीम तब आया था मैं।
As I thought.
कोई
There's
कोई
a
टी
hidden
शर्ट के कलर है
structure.
ना ऐसे एकदम डल हो जाते हैं
Wow.
और उसकी वजह से
It's
क्या
like
होता
they
है
cut
फेस का
another
कलर भी एकदम
hospital
ऐसे
into this one.
पीला लाल
Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here.
कॉन्ट्रास्ट सही नहीं
Let's
बैठता
keep
ना।
exploring.
हाँ अभी टी शर्ट लेने के टाइम पे भी मैं सोचता हूँ कि लाइट कलर की टी शर्ट लो ना देखना
अरे
पड़ता है
बाप रे।
ये आपको पता है
That's close enough.
Let them fly.
Burn it down!
There is no escape.
30K डैमेज दिया राइडन ने
मैंने देखा था।
यस क्या बात
Time to go.
अभी तो और बढ़ेगी, अच्छे अच्छे आर्टिफैक्ट आएंगे तो।
हाँ वो भी है अब बोलो कुछ तो
हेलो
हाँ
क्या कोई दिक्कत थी क्या पहले?
हाँ थोड़ी सी कम आवाज हो
Time to
गई
go.
थी मैं बढ़ा दी क्या करना है यहाँ पे मुझे कुछ समझ में
Shine down.
The wind knows me.
आसपास यहाँ पे पजल्स हैं वो सॉल्व करनी है, घरों के ऊपर है या घर के अंदर।
Rise with the sun!
Illusion shattered.
One with nature.
That hurts!
Hey. शायद ये अनलॉक करने पड़ेंगे
Time to go.
थड़
follow the wind.
आपने मैच देखे वैसे?
हाँ देख रहा था।
अरे बाप रे, ये तो खेकड़े खेकड़े।
Wind
खेकड़े
strike.
नहीं बिच्छू।
खेकड़े। और क्या करना है?
देखो देखो पजल में है, पजल सॉल्व करो।
टडंग टंग टडडडंग, टडंग टंग टडडडंग।
The wind knows me. This is the
मर
end.
मर गया। कहाँ धुआं मर गया। टुडुंग टुंग टुडुडुडुंग, टुंग टुंग टुडुडुडुंग।
Full throttle!
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization. In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past.
बाप रे, यहाँ पे तो
Shine down! Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Up and away! Dancing in the wind.
Inazuma shines eternal!
ज्यादा तो नहीं मिला।
Ha! Ha! Rise with the sun! There is no escape! Light it up!
मुझे बस मारने के लिए मजा आ रहा है, इसलिए मैं मार। एक्चुअली कुछ बेचारों को मारने की जरूरत भी नहीं थी।
कोई नहीं, मैं भी यही करता हूँ।
Shine down!
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? One with nature.
बाप रे, बहुत आ गई।
Illusion shattered.
एक झटके में मर
कोई नहीं,
गए,
अब हमारे पास शील्ड है।
एक झटके में मर गई।
देखा।
A fateful offering.
मुस्ता रॉ मीट। पर क्या है? नहीं।
Time to go.
Rev the engines. Try and stop me.
क्या है? कुछ ये तो नहीं है।
शायद से यहाँ कुछ पढ़ने को है। नहीं 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 नहीं, ये मेरे ख्याल से वो बाहर है, नीचे नहीं है।
ऊपर ही जाना पड़ेगा ना?
हाँ, ऊपर ही है वो।
Hip.
गिर क्यों गई वे?
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, report.
तीसरा कौन सा है? हैं? ये देखो, 1 2 और ऊपर 3 है ना? चौथा कहाँ पे? वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम गाइस। अरे बाप रे, हेलो, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम दोस्त। कब आया मैसेज? मैंने अभी देखा, चैट पे ध्यान ही नहीं था। कुंदन भाई,
बोलो।
ये कहाँ पे हैं?
मेरे को कैसे पता होगा? बहुत टाइम हो गया मेरे को करे हुए। ढूंढो ढूंढो, किसी घर में भी हो सकता है। देखो,
Just like we rehearsed. Up and away.
घर में भी हो सकता है। I think I need to check YouTube for this.
कर दो, इसका नाम सर्च कर लेना, जो क्या नाम है इसका, टास्क तुमको मिला हुआ है, क्वेस्ट, उसके नाम से सर्च करके देख लो।
हाँ।
वैसे गूगल पे देखोगे तो ज्यादा इजी रहेगा।
रुको ये पहले कलेक्ट कर देता हूँ।
Look! Everything the sun
उसके बाद में
touches is coated in gold.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
बाप रे, फटक से हो गया आज। ज्यादा नखरे नहीं किए।
Swallows nest when skies are fair, but hide when storms are in the air.
डालने से पहले ही आ गया दोस्त, मतलब इतना होशियार है।
The best rattan furniture is made from strands that are smooth, thin, and strong like silk. Furniture like that can be just as precious as a silver family heirloom. That's no exaggeration.
रुको ऐड आ गई, रुक जाओ।
Oh, my plan for the day? Doing whatever I feel like, I suppose. Same with tomorrow, and the day after that.
हाँ, मिल गया ये। मिल गया। एकदम पास ही था वो, मेरा ध्यान ही नहीं गया। मिल गया, आ जाओ।
Ready to ride. Rev the engines. Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization.
Wow! I can join the team?
Archon reporting for battle.
All right, let's.
चलो। यस। इमरजेंसी नोटिस। क्या करना है इसका? और नीचे जाना पड़ेगा।
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reached Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
हेलो, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम
There are drag
दोस्त।
marks on the
स्वागत है
ground.
आपका मेरी
They're
स्ट्रीम
clearer
पे।
by the doorway.
कैसे हो?
Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
People?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me
आपने
to
कब
jog
किया
your
है?
memory.
यार कौन
Recall your
quest?
time at Port Ormos.
जब मैं मतलब
you
जब
think
तुमने
his
गेम
symptoms
स्टार्ट
look
की थी ना, तब
familiar?
मतलब 4-5 महीने हो गए होंगे।
ये
यही वाला।
अच्छा। वैसे साउंड अभी ठीक से आ रहा है ना गेम का? कम ज़्यादा?
Oh,
मेरा
now
साउंड,
that you
आपका
mention
साउंड
it,
प्रॉपर?
they're acting the same way.
Yes.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to
Academia.
deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to
Yeah,
exploit the
pani ki
radicals
bottle
for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles.
Lunatics
finally,
मतलब?
They become missing persons.
बेवकूफ।
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being.
Mentally
But when
unstable.
someone
मतलब
becomes a
इन्होंने
missing
कुछ किया है क्या
person,
उनके साथ?
that is brought
देखो
into
तो
question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind, but something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
भावा
Paimon's a little
आवाज
confused. Can they
वाढव.
just use anyone's brain?
कोणता आवाज वाढवू मी? गेमचा का माझा? माझा? माझा तर ठीक येतोय, गेमचंच वाटतं.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
आत्ता?
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information
ये
from
बंदे को
people as if
नॉलेज
they
है,
were
पर ये
lifeless
बंदा
objects?
मुझे ऐसा
If
अलग
this
ही
is the
वाइब दे रहा
direction
है.
of
मतलब
academic progress,
आगे जाके कुछ
then the
धोखा वगैरह
Academia
तो
may
नहीं.
as well shut its doors.
पता नहीं क्यों.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Tevat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can
वैसे आज
say
का
that.
thumbnail देखा अपने दोस्त?
Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism.
ये तुमने तो
I
नहीं
do
बनाया
what I
पक्का.
want. The divine knowledge capsule is something
मैंने नहीं बनाया पक्का. तो with confidence आप कह सकते हो कि मैं क्रिएटिविटी नहीं कर
Paimon's
सकता
been wanting to
दोस्त.
say this for a while.
उसमें कम से
You're
कम
a pro,
4-5
I must
घंटे का
say.
टाइम लगेगा उसको
quite
बनाने में,
enjoy
जो
the
तुमने
uniqueness
मैंने
is also an
बनाया
asset.
है
Wow,
दोस्त.
that's a great way to think about it.
I'm
I
just
am
a
the
more
one.
likable person.
Who created this?
बढ़िया
He
है, फिर
won't
तो
last
बहुत
long
बढ़िया
if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after.
इस पे कैनवा पे बनाया.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
हाँ पानी पानी दियो दोस्त. पानी पियो.
What's the situation?
Hmm.
ये कैसे दिख रहा है गंदा?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very
Very
carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham,
हाँ,
since
यही
you were always
suspicious
acting
लग रहा है मुझे.
alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of
ये
sensitive
वाला पार्ट तो
information.
skip कर जाओ, ये तो बोलते
Knowing their
रहेंगे.
modus operandi, if you want to raise a
The Academia?
it's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have it every so often. I remember seeing
You're saying that the
ऐसी
Act.
खुशी
What's the
देते
point
जाओ.
in
the Akasha is capable.
Skip
The
करने की
Akasha's
खुशी मिलती
algae
है हमें.
predicted?
The Academia.
So that's how it... Tenacity of will. Sino, don't take it to...
They escaped.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity.
Oh, so if the Academia... Yep,
I don't want to
अभी
proceed in the
fight होने
direction
वाली
opposite
है
of where
कि
I'm
नहीं?
going.
पता नहीं.
Fight होनी चाहिए अभी.
I
बहुत
must go.
powerful हो गया मैं.
There's also something I want to investigate.
let's go, guys. Please, wait. I want to go... I want to find Grim...
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay, let's... Paimon feels like...
और रीना आने के बाद राइडन का डैमेज और बढ़ने वाला है. पानी, बिजली. और आप कह रहे हो कि वो हट जाएगी तो उसका कुछ काम नहीं रहने वाला. वो दूसरे इसमें
हाँ, दूसरी टीम.
बाप रे. बेचारी को इतना बिल्ड करो और आप कह रहे हो कि वो नहीं रहने वाली. इतना दर्द.
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization. In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past.
तो फिर मैं ना बारबरा को भी कर देता हूँ. मतलब एक हीलर भी चाहिए
क्या?
अब-
अरे तो फुरीना भी तो हीलर है.
नहीं नहीं दूसरे इसके लिए.
नहीं, क्यों चाहिए? जीन भी तो है तुम्हारे पास.
So, where do we go from here?
यहाँ पर
4 स्टार को क्यों अपग्रेड करोगे जब 5 स्टार
Yes.
हीलर है तो?
After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
वो भी है. बारबरा 4 स्टार.
Yes.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time,
Yep.
Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
क्या बात है? कहाँ पे गया फिर? कहाँ जाऊँ?
क्या आ जाओ?
ये इसको कह ये कह रहा था कि उसको
There's
दादाजी को
something here.
मैं
What's
वापस
this?
लाया.
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out?
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been... Let's split up and search the area.
Is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be...
Razak didn't display it.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone full.
But running on sand is so tiring. But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too? Of course it is!
भागना जोर से इतना स्लो जा रहा है और मैं रुक रहा हूँ तो खुद भी रुक रहा है.
It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia?
इनके साथ शामिल है.
Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself. I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come.
But
these scholars in our...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're all...
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Filthy traitors. You...
It's impossible to communicate with someone so... Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly...
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you and...
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars. Perhaps you...
Think you can talk me over with that confident look?
I'm not trying to persuade you.
You are the scribe.
Not all desert dwellers believe...
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I...
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend...
You're not wrong, but this...
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal if you ask me.
हाथ दे रही क्या उसका?
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends with you. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
हाथ नहीं कांपा उसका.
क्या?
हाथ नहीं काटा उसका. पापा. मैंने तो सोचा था एकदम खून खराबा होगा, एकदम रेडी.
I was really counting on...
Dia! That was...
इनके
And I
साथ
just
क्यों
have to hold my
negotiate कर रहे?
claymore with my
कौन है ये
left
लोग
arm.
पागल?
Okay.
Don't ever make a promise like that again.
ना
I can
इनके
deal
पास
if it came down
कुछ
to it.
power है ना कुछ.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this, even if we got rid...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find...
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, gods should broaden their horizons in the world below.
ठीक है.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood?
Fine.
अरे देवा, ये तो बहुत दूर है.
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization. In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past. Try and stop me! Full throttle!
बाप रे, क्लाइमेट एकदम से चेंज कैसे हो गया? कुछ तो यहाँ पे अलग ही होने वाला है, ऐसा लग रहा है दोस्त.
देखो
एक तो ये जगह मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है.
Rev the engines!
ये भी जगह है. हैं? यहाँ पे जा भी सकते हैं और नहीं भी जा सकते. नहीं जाना. कैंसल.
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everything
Although-
ready, my friend.
You brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
इन लोगों के साथ है ना डील ही नहीं करनी चाहिए थी, पागल लोग. बाप रे, कट सीन भारी है.
think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here? You coward. Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second. It's a earthquake!
Paimon.
रैनपा के अंदर जादू थी.
This day's going just great.
रैनपा
What
ने
a
इतना बड़ा
nuisance.
छेद कर.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field.
क्या बोल रहे हो?
The village keeper protected us.
ग्रैंडपा
They
के
glow
अंदर से
green
कुछ
with
पावर आ
tendril.
गई, तो ग्रैंडपा ने बड़ा सा
Just like you said,
होल कर दिया.
it may well have
Zameen.
been the remain.
अच्छा.
The Dendro Archon.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being, or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Desert. Achievement मिली.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Wow.
It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Whoa. अब ये रोटेट करने से क्या होगा? Look up at the hollows. यहाँ पे कुछ है? नहीं।
Rise with the sun!
Time to go.
Burn it down!
The wind knows me.
Closing in.
यहाँ पे कुछ चेस्ट वगैरह पड़े नहीं ना, कॉर्नर में वगैरह कुछ?
ऐसे मेरे को याद थोड़ी होगा।
ठीक
कोई नहीं तो, अरे तुम करो, वो जहाँ जाने को बोल रहे जाओ, खत्म करो।
ठीक।
Up and away!
Shine
with nature.
मैं तो घूम फिर के वही आ गया दोस्त। हाँ ये तो वही है। नहीं अलग है।
Butterfly.
There is no escape.
Closing in.
Absurd.
मैं हेलो गेमर्स गैलेक्सी, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम दोस्त। स्वागत है आपका हमारे स्ट्रीम में। आफ्टर 6 days the elevator will get on the top before it start again. What are you doing right now? Archon quest.
Into the wind.
हैं अरे
One with nature.
ये कैसे करूं मैं? आनंद भाई
मैंने तो ये जहाँ तक मेरे को याद है मैंने शायद कचिंग यूज करी थी इसके लिए।
अरे यार हम्म।
Time to go.
You can get on that. It has and switch to. No, it doesn't. किसी भी कोने में स्विच नाम का आई डोंट नो। वाह दोस्त, यहाँ से कुछ ऐसे फेंक के मारो तो क्या मिड वन?
The wind knows me. One with nature.
चढ़ना नहीं, बताओ अभी, मेरे को नहीं समझ रहा प्लीज।
माउई का यूज करके जाओ ना, ऐसा भी कर सकते हो तुम।
Full throttle!
पहले यूज कर दिया उसको।
Rise with the sun!
अरे नहीं जा सकते, उसके अंदर ही नहीं जा सकते।
देखो कोई और तरीका।
इधर से चढ़ भी नहीं सकते हैं? नहीं समझ रहा दोस्त।
कुछ ना कुछ तो देखो मैकेनिज्म होगा जो तुम्हें नहीं पता चल रहा।
Illusion shattered.
Light it up!
Into the wind.
Now you shall perish.
Up and away!
Incinerate!
It's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
Wow. Class.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it
Nah,
looks
ऐसा
so
तो मैं-
beautiful.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world.
Yes.
King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge
Welcome
into
back.
our world, and it quickly spread like a plague.
Thank you, thank you.
People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all?
Dendro Archon is an
But
really
this doesn't make any sense.
as God.
The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans, fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, my Aramites and I.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should
सदमे में
probably
चला गया
go.
बेचारा.
Can't you...
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's
मतलब जैसा
happened here
उसने सोचा था
today...
बिल्कुल opposite है उसके.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for us to go?
अरे इसका ताव कहाँ पे गया? ये तो
I'll
बहुत
convince
ताव में
and
बात कर रहा
I'll
था.
return.
You seem to finally understand.
Yes.
तो एकदम
That must have been rough. But he seems to have...
Ramon's no fool. Being the lead, it's too bad he was held back by.
The outcome,
We should get going too. Let's head back.
तो लगा मस्त फाइट होगी है. कम प्ले था.
Sino, we're leaving.
Stop yelling.
तो गुस्सा हो गया वो बोल रहा स्टॉप yelling. खत्म. चलो. 45-ish. 45.
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization. In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to...
Don't mention it. I think we can... But we share a common cause.
अभी
Where
शांत
are
हो
the
गया आदमी एकदम
perpetrator? I'll bring you
अच्छा हो
to
गया
them.
मैं तो इसको मारने का मन कर रहा था
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you.
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's...
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project.
skip
They
कर
are
दो.
It may seem
Yes,
as if
thank you,
Sumer,
thank you,
the withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like,
Continue.
and then, the doctor was previously expelled from the academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he asked them...
This is what the...
First, the academia spent after that, with the doctor's help, and the next...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge...
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Sure, if it's knowledge, no more...
You must have noticed, it is as if they are cursed with a desire. Some organism. This is...
Then what does less... Is she not a true...
From the beginning, when the academia, they found that at the... Not to mention, slowly but surely...
So...
All right, let's... Raman, give me...
Sure.
Try and stop me!
टेलीपोर्ट था फिर भी ऐसे ही जाने
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after.
Yeah? Hey, say something. Stop spacing out.
Come on, is there nothing like...
Or I could...
Oh, Paimon's.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work.
So you were...
Even though we lived through all of this,
What a whirlwind of a story.
It seems like there'll be more issues that...
Still, now's a good time to make our next move.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events...
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god.
Well...
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
yep, it'll work out for sure.
एक विश भी मिल गई दोस्त.
नाइस. यही करते रहो, आर्कन क्वेस्ट और मिलेंगे. पेरिलियस ट्रेल मत करो, यही वाला करो.
Exploration. Trials. Adventuring is right up.
Wait until next day. One.
Candace, we're here. Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them.
44 थे क्या? क्या 45 थे?
Wait a moment. Before attending the meeting,
40 पता नहीं.
What do you need?
promise me
46 हो
that
गए
you
शायद.
won't
मतलब
commit to
45
anything
थे,
too
46 हो गए.
reckless.
Maybe.
What do you think?
Okay. Hip.
46. Yes.
Everyone's here so early.
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed...
Are you ready?
Yes.
Very well.
We are ready. We just
Are you sure this is gonna?
I gotta admit, it...
The point of discussion is to arrive...
You're making.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Come on, don't give me that
क्या
fake...
काला
That's what
काला
I
गया?
wanted to hear. Well, traveler,
की बहन.
Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been...
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming a to be honest. Your deeds speak.
Candace.
I'm very glad. I've said the same. Only when you're safe can the plan. You're welcome. Good luck.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also,
Yes, she did. But I think our plan is not child. I hope this is clear to you.
I understand and accept.
shouldn't you?
Didn't we already do that?
You can never have enough words of
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how...
Makes sense.
Of course. But the advantage of not being a mercenary... Just think about that mercenary who...
Well?
I'm not like the rest.
This guy.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who is, I think. But the academia has all come to think of it, the withering.
But Paimon, at least. Wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the...
But if that's the case...
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole... the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
Sand is the natural enemy of fire and civilization. In the desert, ruins are all that remain to tell the story of the past.
They're here.
Huh? What are they doing?
I gave them some tech.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious.
Anyway, we're not going to use this. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. Traveler, I want you to record. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good.
Yes.
Convict now. Please get ready and...
You want us to record our conviction?
Yes.
Yes.
I understand. Because, to achieve this impossible task...
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and everything went without a hitch. And now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effect.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon...
And that's perfectly fine. In any...
Huh?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since after all that time. A slave to orders. And that's why rules are. In addition, those who.
But.
You could say that those kinds of.
Things you're interested in are.
Anyway, that's enough chit chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. We're going to tinker with the.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought.
But it's still the best plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would get...
Look, you already know that we're all...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship. Traveler, Rahman's plan is to have me work...
We can't get through that. My plan will...
That also sounds...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how...
Of course he does. He also said that I never blindly trust anyone. And I've always...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control to make the whole thing more... I'm okay with...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life.
I've always...
Now you're making...
Hey, is there something we can do to...
I knew you would...
We can help fight some of the
Sino, we have no fear of casualties. Because...
Well, now that you've... But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything, since you and I both...
Okay.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang.
Ah, of course. But who exactly are you?
They're a squad of...
As many as Ain al-Ahmar.
And I suggest that you...
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust...
Paimon camp, aren't you even if that guard...
We discussed this.
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matras still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been...
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan, no matter how you look at it.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction...
The Akasha is still in operation. So actually... Consider...
I've given that a lot of thought. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, our thoughts and the Akasha...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever...
Paimon.
Next time,
Will do.
just remember to...
Footsteps.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the...
This is my assistant, the Traveler.
Beep. Construct.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I'm...
It seems to be a dire situation, so of...
There's no need for flat. Take your most elite platoon and...
Understood.
Matt...
Hurry, bring them...
In 2 days. Any questions?
None at all.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, get ready.
Get ready. Wait until the appointment time. 2 days later. Rats, Roops.
It's time for the operation. Let's go meet Sino in the desert.
Rev the engines!
Let's hurry over.
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants. We meet again.
You're here
It's to show how important we think the operation is, since this is a big case for the Academia.
I'm glad to hear they are our...
Understood. Everyone! The Eremites are... Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Jhagde, yes.
Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome. Judging from those...
Rahman. The Academia has caught wind of your
Who you spoke...
I'm not here to...
nobody's given... Brothers!
Burn it down!
It's over.
Ah! We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in...
Ah, you pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret.
King Deshret will curse you!
Silence!
Oh!
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Reebok.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Reebok and ask for me.
Understood. You are dismissed.
You're dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really...
Yes.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave...
Once we're done here, I'll...
Yeah, you're...
Go join up with her.
Speaking of which...
कितना बड़ा है वैसे?
If we need help, get ready for the next fate.
क्या? Height? अच्छा quest मेरे को लग रहा है इस बंदे की height कह रहे हो.
There is no escape.
थोड़ा है अभी. तुम अभी जो पार्ट हो रहा है वो उसको skip कर दो. जब तक तिगनारी नाहिदा वगैरह ना आए.
उसकी भी नहीं हो रहा ना पटापट.
Closing in. One with nature. Full throttle.
भाग भाग क्यों जा रहे हो?
वैसे नींद आ रही थी तो इसके लिए.
Dia, we're here.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in the time it took you to get here.
Sorry. We didn't mean to...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your... All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take...
But where should we...
Our responsibility is dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the doctor were to crash the party, it would be next...
Yeah, we
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watch. If all hate them, so we'll find the sages have placed spies every. That's certainly true. How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can. Looking good. There are many kinds of. Let's go.
म्यूजिक तो देखो.
Try and stop me.
He's over there. Let's go say hi. Tainari.
हाँ अब जो होगा ना सीन वो अब इम्पोर्टेंट. अब ये ढंग से फॉलो करना.
Traveler.
Okay.
Paimon.
मतलब आप ये skip नहीं
And
करना.
you are?
Hey there.
ना.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All
ये
right,
इतना क्यों चमक रहा
then
है?
follow me.
कुछ ज्यादा ही चमक रहा है.
This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor.
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Paradis DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay. I'll answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Paradis DI. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you've recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're at,
since you asked,
it's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a
ये
I can't
कौवे
believe
वाला
your utter lack of faith in me.
वो दूसरा
To
लड़का
the
है कि
point
लड़की
of
है?
even questioning my
लड़का है वो।
Well, you're the only one.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I will personally.
Hypatia was born. Transporting her to
है वो।
Snezhnaya is risky,
इंसान
and
नहीं है
the
वो।
potential benefits are unknown. Your suggestion is rude and
मैंने अभी
reckless.
देखी पूछ.
I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's confident in himself and his abilities to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
I see. Of course, your opinion makes... You're still young, but already quite stubborn. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't... Luckily, there is still some... It's just as the academia... And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
पीछे तो इतना बड़ा कौवा लेके भाग रहा है.
ये एक्चुअली में बहुत तगड़ा बंदा है, मतलब बहुत तगड़ा.
Powerful है.
He asked a question, yet he never came off as malicious, but an
मतलब
utter
इससे
lack
होने
of
वाला है क्या अपना
compassion
सामना?
permeated.
I can barely
भूल
believe
गया,
it
पता
myself.
नहीं
I
शायद.
don't think I missed any detail.
Sorry, we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us
दिन आ
anyway.
गए,
It's
कौवे
okay.
को मारना पड़
I
रहा
have
है.
an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his...
Hasn't he already asked you several...
Yes, but there's some... My master will... This has been a habit.
I get it. Since you are always...
I'd like to ask you to...
I can do that. The academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it... If the higher-ups... If the situation becomes critical...
All right, we've got a plan.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra...
I must say...
Being loyal to the On that note...
The academia, yes. I suppose he's...
I see. So you noticed something was up with the academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino... Also, if you... I think this may be something he...
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go... Oh, by the way, which way did the doc...
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way.
वो कैसे खड़ी थी?
According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor... He also said that he'll take... Just to be safe.
But we have no...
We'll do it the mercenary way.
अभी अपना कैरेक्टर चमक रहा था बहुत ज़्यादा.
That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh.
आधे घंटे या 1 घंटे के अंदर खत्म कर दोगे और
Clearly they're in a hurry.
1 घंटा और
आधा या 1 घंटा पर ये पूरा फिर सुमेरु का आर्क क्वेस्ट खत्म फिर नेक्स्ट कंटेंट आ जाएगा.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
हाँ फॉन्टेन वाला तो क्या बढ़िया क्वेस्ट है मतलब वाह. एक बार
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
कि जल्दी खत्म करो और फिर वो करो.
हाँ फॉन्टेन वाला तो जरूर करो. यार सुमेरु का भी अच्छा है. इसकी एंडिंग तो लाजवाब है बट फॉन्टेन के क्वेस्ट की तो मतलब वो अलग ही लीग है उसकी. और अगर ये तुम्हें बड़ा लगा ना तो वो तो इससे भी 2 गुना बड़ा है.
बड़ा
मतलब
ये बड़ा
इसमें ज्यादा बड़ा है. हाँ फॉन्टेन में ऐसा नहीं है. फॉन्टेन का हाँ एक पार्ट है जिसमें तुम्हें 1.5-2 घंटे लग जाएंगे और तुम्हें ये बड़ इधर ऊपर नीचे यही करना पड़ेगा. वो बस 2 घंटे का पार्ट है लेकिन बाकी सारे में जो मजा आता है ना लाजवाब.
तो उसमें ज्यादा बड़बड़ नहीं ना.
हाँ कह सकते हो उसमें कम है. इससे कम है क्योंकि देखो ना सुमेरु वाला क्वेस्ट ना पूरा मतलब पजल्स वगैरह पे बेस्ड है. जो फॉन्टेन का क्वेस्ट है ना उसमें पजल्स वगैरह तो है मोर ऑफ स्टोरी रिलेटेड है वो.
अच्छा मतलब उसमें बोर नहीं होगा जैसा इसमें.
उसमें बोर नहीं होगा मतलब कुछ ना कुछ टास्क मिलता रहेगा करने को.
फिर अच्छा
वो इसलिए ही लंबा है वो 16 घंटे का क्योंकि उसमें टास्क बहुत है करने को. और ना उसमें क्या है जैसे इसमें तो छोटे मोटे कैरेक्टर्स आते रहते हैं ना उसमें न्यूविलेट ही आता रहता है ज्यादातर में. मतलब ज्यादातर में न्यूविलेट आएगा. रायथ इसलिए आएगी. फुरीना आएगी मतलब या फिर नावी आएगी. इन 4-5 कैरेक्टर्स के ऊपर ही सब कुछ बेस्ड है.
उसकी पावर यूज कर सकते हैं
न्यूविलेट की. हाँ एक टाइम पे कर सकते हैं.
और फुरीना
नहीं फुरीना की नहीं कर सकते.
Don't draw their attention.
और उस फॉन्टेन वाले में वो भी आती रहेगी आर्लेकिनो वगैरह.
मिलने के बाद कर ली.
हाँ ठीक है.
मिलने के बाद.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a SNES 9 Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
छुप छुप के जाना है इनको पता ना चले.
Position in our homeland and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from
फटाफट ना भाग के जब ये वहाँ पे शिप पे जाएंगे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में एक घर सा बना हुआ उस बिल्डिंग में घुस जाना और झांकते रहना.
Sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
बस यहीं पे रहना, यहीं से देखते रहना.
बाप रे, वो तो देखो सांड तो रुका है.
The doctor is on that boat.
मैं ऐसे इतना भारी भरकम लगता है
So he
दो
told
चांटे
the
में
truth
खत्म हो
after
जाता है.
all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the port just now?
They were here just a few minutes ago, but now they vanished.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me that.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
Let's go!
Oh. Oh. आप ही गए इधर गाड़ी निकालो टेलीपोर्ट
गाड़ी निकाल के टेलीपोर्ट कर दिया.
Pardis DI is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Pardis DI for research purposes.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Pardis DI now, I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Pardis DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Then it seems our conversation has hit an impasse.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Finale! Are you alright?
I'm fine. These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson. There is no escape! Burn it down!
The wind knows me. There's no use resisting! Give us a
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Kainari! Beat him up!
Let's move. This isn't good.
Nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Pyroclastic surge!
Bye bye.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeer is here?
Venti? Venti? नहीं कौन है
नहीं
ये?
नहीं
That look of abject
Venti
horror.
वो
You've given
कैप
me
वाला
that look
बंदा
every
कौन
time
था?
we meet.
But, where is he?
वाला बंदा कौन था दोस्त?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know.
देखो देखो
मतलब इसके पास
Don't
भी
you
ऐसी
remember?
कैप है ना
I
जो
already
वेंटी
saw you the
वाला
first
जो है
time
ना।
you
Venti
came
के
to
पास कोई
Party's
कैप
DI
नहीं।
नहीं
and
नहीं
made
वो जो
contact
उड़ता है
with
देखो
Hypatia.
क्या है उसका नाम?
हाँ द वैंडरर नाम है उसका।
I didn't need to do
वैंडर
anything.
और वेंटी कौन
It
है?
is her
नहीं
honor
नहीं
to
नहीं
be
नहीं
able
वेंटी
to
अलग
वेंटी
है।
तो
connect your
एनिमल गॉड है।
हाँ
consciousness
वो
with
अलग है
me.
वो अलग है उसके पास नहीं कैप करेक्ट।
I know you must be
Sorry,
curious.
my mistakes.
I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's
वो
consciousness
देखो ऐसे
the
गोल
moment
कैप
I
है
sensed
उसके
your
पास जो
touch.
ऐसे
हाँ हाँ
मतलब
अरे तुम स्टोरी पे फोकस करो
सॉरी
तुम्हें समझ आएगा सब कुछ।
I wanted to
Yes.
observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey! Traveler! What are you doing?
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable. Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean?
फाइट होने वाली है क्या दोस्त?
देखो देखो
Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares. But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good,
हाँ ये याद आया
as
मुझे
well as
स्टार्टिंग में
everyone
था ये
else's.
बंदा। करेक्ट।
Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Palantir? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Tainari and Dia still not... Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey! What happened to you?
He's hurt.
I'm fine. Ow!
Don't move. I've seen eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. Why are you sorry? It's all right. I'm sure you also never expected this to happen. Don't blame yourself. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
अब skip करते रहो.
Hey, didn't I tell you?
Just in case.
Rev the engines!
Thank goodness, she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
आपने description पढ़ा
Let me
वैसे?
rest for a bit.
Description
Sorry,
पढ़ा
traveler.
ना?
Now you may start.
पढ़ दिया. ये तो चैट जीपीटी कुछ लग रहा है।
बाप रे,
So that's what you
इतना
were talking
सच
to the
नहीं बोलना था
balladeer about?
दोस्त.
The academias.
That sounds, as long as I can enjoy every
Thrilling
day with a drink in
combat,
my hand,
engaging
tasty food in
puzzles,
my
and an
stomach, and a good
immersive
night's rest,
storyline.
that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party STI.
Don't say that.
Don't mention it.
Must
Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the
must
doctor really
the
did have some
elements
urgent matter to
and
attend to
unleash
and left Sumeru in a
devastating
hurry.
combos.
Are you ready, दोस्त?
The adventure begins now.
Maybe the
Fire,
Fatui want to
water,
cover up some...
ice,
You said the balladeer claims that
electricity.
hey,
Earth
You
कहाँ रह गया?
noticed?
जियो कहाँ है?
The balladeer,
so if the doctor
based on what the traveler
नहीं, वो
said,
चैट
I think
जीपीटी
he
में नहीं
would.
था.
In other words, we've successfully
Yay! That's a big accomplishment.
I'm also happy for you.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
ये तो कैसे बैठा है देखो. Relax.
Chill guy. He's a chill guy.
है ना?
Oh, you're dripping
19 से
wet.
21 के बीच
That
टाइम
must be uncomfortable. Let's take a break. I'll use my fire to dry you off.
बस अभी लास्ट का पार्ट आ रहा है शायद.
अरे यार गलत हो गया मेरा. बट बराबर.
All right, everyone is here.
सबसे बोरिंग मेरे को कब लगा पता है?
Let's
वो
report
जो
back
लूप
one by
में चल
one.
रहा था ना,
We've made the
हम
necessary
अटक गए थे.
modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the
Sub-Zero
props required are also ready.
फेस्टिवल.
I'll go next. The
हाँ हाँ हाँ
traveler
वो
and-
बार बार जो
behind
रिपीट
it.
हो रहा था.
हाँ वो.
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, traveler? The Fatui or the Baladi? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. I'll
I'll
remember
remember.
that. Everything also went smoothly on my... To avoid alerting the...
I can't believe...
It's all thanks to Rob.
It appears to have been... Well, is that everything?
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So...
A scribe is responsible for recording me.
Fine, whatever. Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah, say something to boost morale.
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't
ये
you?
नया कैरेक्टर आने वाला है
Also look like you're
वो
up
भी
to no
ऐसा ही है क्या
good.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh?
नया कैरेक्टर आने वाला है जब
You mean
आप कह रहे थे
you also
वो
want
भी
Yes.
ऐसा ही है ना
Something
उसको
very
सींग है
important.
हाँ
Nilu,
वेरिसा यस
are there any breaks in your...
Huh?
वो तो काव है
अच्छा
I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and
लाइन मार रही है
right. The traveler and Paimon are That's right. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much.
Yep. You could.
All the preparations are done.
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Not to believe everything that is
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome.
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be a. Okay. So I guess that means it's time to. Yep! Good night, everyone!
good night ऐसे कुछ है नहीं क्या कि 50 से ज्यादा करे तो 5 विश फ्री
है ना ऐसा
है क्या बात कर रहे हो
देखो तुम विश करते हो तुम्हें 4 स्टार या 5 स्टार मिलता है उससे तुम्हें स्टार ग्लिटर मिलता है जिससे तुम और विशेस पेयर परचेज करते हो
अरे हाँ
है ना तो फिर फ्री है वो
बाय द वे ये साइड में वो जो कुत्ता बैठा है उसके ऊपर जो फेस वो कैसे दिख रहा है
कहाँ बैठा मेरे को तो दिख नहीं रहा
वो साइड में देखो
अच्छा अच्छा मेरे को पता नहीं क्या है वो लानियन बन गया
हेला डॉगो भाव नहीं दे रहा
वो लड़की का नाम है कुमारी
Today is the Academia's Near Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
बड़बड़ मत कर बे ये अभी थोड़ी सी annoying लग रही है
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost up. What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's many restricted commands.
You know, Paimon...
That isn't something they could 500 years...
So...
Don't forget, the sages
भी last है
all
क्या?
the Darshan when the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process. Well, yes,
If
अभी तक
precedence
तो
holds,
नाहिदा की एंट्री नहीं हुई.
let's go.
उसकी एंट्री होगी फिर तो समझ जाओ
Yes.
लास्ट ही है वो.
Try and stop me!
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you
That's me. Is something the matter?
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but I didn't know what. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were gone from the academia for so long because...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat.
As I expected.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the
What the heck?
I'm afraid I don't.
You have no.
Mm-hmm. That is the so. Nowadays, the academia.
Wow. So there are.
We shouldn't waste any.
Full throttle!
Is this the academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the. The academia marches to a fast beat, especially just act natural.
स्कूल समझ रहे इसमें.
क्या कर रही है वे? बातें मत करो, किताबें पढ़ो. बातें कर रहे, लाइन मार रहा उस पे, पागल.
ये अनइंटरैक्टेबल एनपीसीज हैं. ये जो खड़े हैं ना, अगर तुम क्राउड डेंसिटी खत्म कर दोगे तो ये भी चले जाते हैं, ये भी नहीं दिखेंगे.
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The
और
grand
उससे कुछ
sage's
फायदा
office is up there somewhere.
नहीं होगा, है कि नहीं?
No,
नहीं उससे कुछ
not
फायदा
right
नहीं.
now.
बस वो थोड़ा सा
We can't
रेंडरिंग
guarantee
मतलब
that we won't run
किसके
into the
पास
grand
ऐसे
कर
sage.
देगा.
लो
Let's step
एंड
back and observe for now.
लैपटॉप या पीसी हो तो उनके लिए वो अच्छा है ना.
हाँ.
You think the grand
फोन्स
sage
के
will
लिए
exit
मेनली
from
वो
there?
है.
हाँ, करेक्ट.
And
और
after he
फोन्स में
does,
इतने
we'd
डिटेल
sneak
भी नहीं आते
past
अभी.
him?
फॉर एग्जांपल देखो, जो फूल
Paimon thinks
ऐसे
that's really dangerous.
ब्राइट हो रहे
Who
हैं या
knows? However,
small
if we can confirm Azar's current
details
location,
ऐसे नहीं
our
है ना.
operation will be much
हाँ,
safer
नहीं
if
है.
we.
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Grand Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
Yeah.
It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of
56
Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some the foot traffic here renders.
Lame.
कोई नहीं.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
क्या है? पीछे गोल गोल घूम रहा है.
All right then, traveler. What did you wish to discuss with? Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many. If that is so, then you.
Trivial.
Then tell me, what do the Fatui? Those are all completely worthless benefits. Divine creating a god. If humanity can, we shall regain even Ermin's for our nation of scholars. You will never understand the rap gods care for the people. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata, though I may have personally not seen it. The ascension of the with that in mind.
What a pathetic justification.
As per your judgment, not only are they...
I'll hate them.
Anyway, that reminds me. Here's the investigate. It's a summary of my time spent with the travel.
I'll hate them? So we finally started to trust you!
इसने कुछ किया ना, मेरे को लगा ही था कि इसका कुछ डाउट ही लग रहा था ये पागल का.
Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Niagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your acts, to put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an Are you not familiar with the concept? In any case...
You're
despicable. Your ploy.
Lord Azar.
Must have. First off, judging by the time...
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have met...
The Academia had not, with their instinct...
Regardless, that...
Indeed. If I'm correct, sneak into the... Should your intention... As for Sino...
Even if you impugn...
You misunderstand, however...
You said that I betrayed the Academia...
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power. Azar! He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Niagarbaha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
क्या चिल्ला रही है?
Oh, yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there.
ये उनका
How was
प्लान
Paimon
है.
acting just
Yes.
now? Great, huh?
प्रिय मत भारी चिल्ला रही थी.
और तुम्हें तो पता था वो
Everything's
मतलब
going
कुछ
according
करेगा
to
उल्टा
plan so
सीधा.
far. We made it
नहीं,
into
मुझे उस पे
confinement,
डाउट
and
अभी भी
Alhaitham's
है.
probably done with his part too.
ये कुछ और आगे कर भी सकता है, मतलब क्यों
What are
पता
we doing
नहीं.
next?
वो
Paimon has
इस
trouble
गेम में
remembering
ना
things when
मतलब
she's worked up.
one of the smartest character है वो.
Paimon thinks it went
Zhongli
something
से भी?
like this.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal
Kind
in the first stage of our
No.
operation,
कह सकते
which is
हो.
Why do we want to get her locked?
she's always been the person to say once the
इसकी
traveler
इतनी
is
power मैंने
imprisoned,
देखी
the
भी नहीं,
sages will
मतलब
likely think that everything is
powerful
under
Third
नहीं
control.
strongest character है पूरी
And
गेम में.
with their guard
कौन
down,
सा ये?
the next phase of our
हाँ.
plan will have
Alhaitham.
I
क्या
cannot.
बात कर रहे हो?
Oh, that's a
हाँ हाँ
super
मतलब
tricky
न्यू विलेट
plan.
और
But
आर्लेकिन के बाद यही
still
आता है.
thinks it's not really working.
That isn't the only reason,
है.
of course. She has
Yes.
according
भी
to the
पता था.
academia scholars, and that way they can't pry. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take
मतलब
time.
कीनीच से भी.
The confinement room is inside the
डिपेंड
academia.
करता है वो
I'll work
टीम
with
के ऊपर.
Raman
अगर इसकी
scholars to
टीम
make
इसको
some.
प्रॉपर मिल जाए
However,
तो किनेट से ज्यादा पावरफुल है.
अच्छा.
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Alhaitham modified. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal. Whoa, it's Mora.
तुम्हें देखनी पड़ेगी. हाँ.
Mora.
Nice.
No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure.
क्या 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 देखना पड़ेगा?
मतलब यही पेड़ों के आसपास कहीं पे तुम्हें दिखेगा. ग्लो करेगा.
अरे मैं अटक गया.
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
तो गोल घूम के वही आ गया.
देखो आसपास अपने ईयर पीस पे जो लगा ना उसको फॉलो करो. जहाँ पे वो ज्यादा ब्लिंक करेगा वहां जाओ.
मिल गया.
Nice.
Huh? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything? Please work.
Oh.
Nahida!
अपना आवाज पहली बार मैंने सुना.
Hey, Nahida!
है? अच्छा आवाज है इसका. कभी नहीं बोलती. फर्स्ट टाइम.
When did it first start? It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people and their hearts, kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Tata.
But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Sarasthana. The
वैसे अगर
sages are
तुम
creating a god to
बोलोगे तो
replace me.
रुख देवता ये हुआ.
अच्छा.
And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida!
ये
वो
कैरेक्टर
अंग्रेज
भी
है ना, तुमने रुखा देवाटा बोलते.
ये कैरेक्टर भी बहुत पावरफुल है ना वैसे. मतलब
सपोर्ट है.
हाँ
अच्छा है.
सपोर्ट है पर पावरफुल है ना.
हाँ हाँ. आर्कॉन है. आर्कॉन को रिप्लेस नहीं किया जा सकता.
Nahida!
पॉइंट. बाप रे पूरा वाइब्रेट हो रहा है.
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about all of this?
पीछे हल्की सी म्यूजिक चल रही है. छोटो छोटो आवाज.
It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? Whose voice is that? You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nahida!
छोड़ दिया.
Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just... when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
इसको यूज करना देंगे नहीं.
हाँ हाँ करने देंगे.
ये देखो छोटू.
Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked up for nothing. When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagar? Yep! So that means our next
शायद ये खत्म होने को आया ना. इसकी एंट्री हो गई मतलब.
क्लोज.
यस.
अभी थोड़ी फाइट वाला सीन आएगा और फिर उसके बाद एक सीन आएगा फिर खत्म.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
You're taking such a...
I'm sure.
फाइट करनी है. फाइट करनी है. Skip.
But if anything...
Don't worry.
All right.
इससे फाइट करोगे वो भी देख लेना.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're
अरे
so very
देवा
kind.
वो है जो अभी दिखा था 1-2 मिनट पहले.
1-2 मिनट पहले कौन?
5 मिनट
Alhaip?
पहले. वो बिजली वाला.
Yes and no.
यस में दम था, नो में नहीं था.
Nilu, how's it going? Nervous?
हाँ उससे लड़ोगे बट उससे नहीं भी लड़ोगे. तुम देख लेना. देख लेना.
अरे हाँ उसने एक बड़ा सा आयरन मैन का सूट बनाया ना मार्क 23 जैसा.
हाँ
उससे लड़ना पड़ेगा. करेक्ट.
I'll have to
Ooh, that sounds great. All right,
let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia.
I was planning on telling them something like, the academia has been conducting a weird...
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Piece of cake. अरे इसको अचानक कैसे मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ?
Hey, Nilu. Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Do you want some candy?
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets and...
You have a point.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm a real...
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
हमारे स्कूल में गाना होता था कैलेंडर में, pass on the torch, pass on the flame. वो गाना सुनने के बाद कभी कभी मैं इमोशनल हो जाता था. क्यों पता नहीं.
शायद से टोन वैसी होगी ना इसलिए.
हाँ, टोन थोड़ी वैसी थी.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did Al-Haytham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Al-Haytham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's with the doctor's
पीछे क्यों लेके जा रहे हैं? समझ में आया यार.
I was originally... It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now.
यहाँ वो प्लान समझाएंगे ना, तुम्हें समझ नहीं आया ना उसने करा क्या?
Yes.
तुम इसलिए कंफ्यूज थे, उसने मेरे को बिट्रे कर दिया.
पर मेरे को फिर भी आगे लगता है कि ये कुछ करेगा, क्यों पता नहीं.
Knowledge capsule, but this time I'll smuggle some misleading information into it.
क्योंकि ये बंदा एकदम
We only need to find an
mysterious बंदा
opportunity
है.
to switch the capsules. Once it's been
पता
entered
नहीं,
into the Akasha on
खुद से ही
Yagarbahade,
कुछ तो बातें करता है, फिर वो दूसरे लोग बोलते तो बोलता है कुछ
the
नहीं.
sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so...
Sure sounds complicated.
के बाद
But it seems like if
से तो
everything
और
goes
ज्यादा
well,
लगने लगता
we'll
है
be able to get rid of all the guards in the academia without any effort. That's pretty clever, getting
वैसे
right into their heads.
वो
I just have one
जो
question.
आपने दिया था
Even if we manage
लिंक
to get the
वो ओपन
misleading
ही नहीं हो
info
रही है
out to the
दोस्त
guards, how can we be
मैंने
sure
वो
that they'll
अनइंस्टॉल
believe
करने
it?
के बाद
People who are
वो
used to
करा
relying on the
लिंक
Akasha become less
तो नहीं
inquisitive,
हुआ तो
and
मैं
their
यहाँ पे
ability to
नज़दीक
distinguish
जो
truth
शॉप
from
है जहाँ से
misinformation
लैपटॉप
is
लिया है तो उससे
significantly
पूछूं क्या
reduced.
उसके पास है तो
They will view
कि
everything
उन
the
लोगों के
Akasha
पास होता
releases
है
to
ना
them
ऐसे
as the
चीज़ों
unequivocal
का
truth.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a
मतलब
good thing
फोटोशॉप
too.
वगैरह उनका होता ही
By
है
the
ना तो
way,
मे बी
this
इसका भी
plan
हो
still
सकता है
requires a
कह नहीं
performer,
सकते
right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu
No
of
idea, मैंने
Zubair
कभी लिया
Theater.
नहीं है ऐसे
I know her
और अगर
really well.
परचेस करना है
We
तो
can trust her. I'm kind
वो
of
उसका तो
hesitant to
मंथली
ask her to...
सब्सक्रिप्शन होता है तुम सॉफ्टवेयर
After the
परचेज नहीं
guards
कर
in the
सकते
academia are
सब्सक्रिप्शन ले
gone,
सकते हो
क्यों अभी मतलब ऐसा
Then
ये
it'll be
ऐसा
time
क्यों हो
for
गया है
me and...
पता नहीं सबने ही ऐसा कर रखा है
है ना बहुत मतलब अभी दिक्कत दे रहा है ये अच्छा
Here they
आपने ही
come.
कहा ना
Did you see
आपने ही
that,
कहा था
Raman?
कि
They came out from
अभी
the
वो वन टाइम
academia in
परचेस का
droves.
गया है अभी वो सब्सक्रिप्शन वाला आ गया है
यस
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
एक्चुअली होता क्या है देखो
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop. But outside
कंपनीज
the academia,
प्रेफर
Line
करती
is
हैं
like you.
we
कि
still
उनका
need to
प्रोडक्ट
eliminate...
ना
All they've done is to sit
बाकी
on their cushy
businesses ले
salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day
इंडिविजुअल्स
while
ना
we
लें
fought and
Speaking of
उसका
which,
रीजन ये
most of
होता
the
है
guards who report
कि देखो जब
following those blasted
बिजनेसेस
sages
कोई
every whim throw...
प्रोडक्ट
Indeed,
परचेज करती है ना
the trap
सब्सक्रिप्शन
has
बेस्ड
been set.
बिजनेसेस
All right,
ऑलरेडी
let's each take a road
परचेज
and
इसलिए
herd
करते
those
हैं ताकि वो
scattered
उससे
guards back
रेवेन्यू
into one
जनरेट
place.
करें
You gave
तो
such
फिर
an
जो
important
कंपनीज वो
task to
प्रोडक्ट
that
बेचते हैं
child.
उनको लगता है कि हाँ
Will
अगर
you-
इसने
It'll be
मेरा
fine.
प्रोडक्ट ले लिया ये तो मेरे को
Yusako
वापस
sewed
पैसे
the
देता रहेगा और
sides, even if he's caught.
सब्सक्रिप्शन
You've
भी
got a
लेता
point.
रहेगा
Good luck.
है ना
पॉइंट
और एक और चीज अब मान लो एक कंपनी में मैं नया नया काम करने गया हूँ वो एडोबी फोटोशॉप या कोई भी एडोबी स्टूडियो वगैरह कुछ भी सब्सक्रिप्शन बाय करते हैं मेरे लिए ठीक है तो क्या होगा मान लो मैंने उसी सॉफ्टवेयर पे एक साल काम किया 2 साल काम किया 3 साल काम किया अब मेरे को उस सॉफ्टवेयर की आदत लग जाएगी है ना
हाँ हाँ
मेरे को दूसरे सॉफ्टवेयर को जानने में बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा एज कम्पेयर टू क्योंकि जिस पे मैं रोज काम करता हूँ मेरे को तो वही कंफर्टेबल है कल को अगर मैं अपना इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस भी बनाऊंगा तो मैं वही सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करूंगा ना जिसका मेरे को ऑलरेडी एक्सपीरियंस है
हाँ क्योंकि वो इजी होगा
है ना हाँ तो ये भी रीजन है जो ये बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज हैं ये प्रेफर करती हैं किसी ऑलरेडी बिजनेस को सेल करें कंपेयर टू इंडिविजुअल से
I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for
पर
helping
पहले तो ऐसे नहीं
Grandpa.
होता था ना
I won't get cold
पहले
feet.
नहीं होता था ना पहले तो सीडीज आती थी
हाँ
जब यूज करना था यूज कर लो
यस वन टाइम परचेस
All right,
बस
it's time,
अपग्रेड पे
Aesop.
अपग्रेड आते थे मतलब
हाँ
नहीं इसको मैं हैंडल कर रहा हूँ
ये नाहिदा नहीं है लेकिन
मतलब वैसे ही
Why is there a guard over
हाँ
there?
ड्रेस अप
Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by? I'd better go have a look. Were my eyes playing tricks on me? I should go check to see if someone's hiding over there. There seems to be nothing here. Just to be safe.
Good thing they didn't find me. I was close. I'd better hurry and keep going.
कहाँ पे जाना है
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali's over there!
अब बोरिंग नहीं लग रहा होगा लेकिन
नहीं नहीं अभी बोरिंग
Lesser Lord Kusanali, how did I not see anything just now?
No, they found me. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Assemble and arrest her! Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her?
Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat? So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali. Who exactly are you all? Eremites from the desert?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition, or a personal grudge. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters. Behave like the prey you are.
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground. Brace yourselves!
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Niagarbaha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one? Guards? Guards!
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest. I thought you knew.
Arrest? Who is there to arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
आगे शिट्टी लगा देते.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she has disappeared?
They control.
Yes. I wouldn't dare make out something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? Was it Alhaitham and his party that freed her? That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides, Alhaitham and the Traveler are already in our hands. What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser Lord Kusanali disappear into thin air? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check. Here. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. The Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the Traveler that Alhaitham submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Could that have been a red herring? Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to confirm Lesser Lord Kusanali's status. Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to confirm that Lesser Lord Kusanali has indeed escaped?
Confirm? No, I haven't. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all of us. If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that way?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my words against me?
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refute you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. I'll go to the sanctuary of Surasthana on my own.
Yes, Grand Sage.
बच्चा मरने वाले बच्चा मरने वाले फिक्स
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eyes. She really appeared again? What is the meaning of this?
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino, have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me, but I didn't expect it to turn out like this. I was careless.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha. You're still the same as always.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with all Hatham and the Traveler.
People change, Azar.
नहीं.
Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
जाना पड़ेगा क्योंकि परसों
Tell me,
वो
what have
कह
you
रहे हैं कि
found during
कॉमर्स
your investigation?
स्टूडेंट से उनका
want to buy
फूड
time?
बेस्ट है
This is the
देखना
sanctuary of
पड़ेगा
Surasthana.
अगर प्रोग्राम बड़ा
Under your
हो
own regulations, even
तो कल जाके
academia
देखना पड़ेगा
staff are
प्रोग्राम अगर
forbidden
ठीक
to
ठाक
come
अच्छा हो
here.
तो व्लॉग
No
नहीं
one
तो
will
नहीं
come to save you. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon. A serious crime.
So what? Did
आपको
you
अभी
do all of
जो
this
व्लॉग
so I would
रिसेंट आप
plead
देख रहे हो
guilty in
इसके
front of
पीछे
you,
वाला देख रहे हो
General
तो
Mahamatra?
कुछ उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट करने की
I
जरूरत
want
है
you to plead guilty
नहीं नहीं सब ठीक
in
है.
front of the
Quality,
Archon
आवाज
herself. You once said that I had no
मेरे को
standing
तो
to
नहीं लगा
judge
ऐसा
you.
कुछ.
So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
क्या चेंज किया है इसने
How long do we have to wait? Paimon wants to know how things are going out there. Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Hopefully something bad didn't happen. Yeah, but aren't you scared that we... Thinking about it, at least when Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Surasthana, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for her.
Here comes your savior.
Yeah! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
कर दो आगे.
You two really owe me some.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish.
Ticklish.
Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The core of 30, as long as it doesn't...
That's probably
The Grand Sage is at Sino Force,
हाँ ना,
so
अभी क्या
hurry,
चल
we
रहा
should
है,
have already
क्या
rescued our
करनी है?
Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect... All right, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
मेन क्या होने वाला है, ये लोगों का जो कान में है ना, जो यहाँ के जो लोग हैं वो निकलने वाला है शायद आखिरी में, और वो अपने प्रॉपर सेंस में आने वाले,
हो सकता है,
क्योंकि उसी की वजह से ये सब बवाल मच रहे हैं। रुको रुको रुको, शायद अभी फाइट हो सकती है, इसके लिए हेल्थ पहले बढ़ाओ। वन 55 हो गए और ये नहीं मिला।
क्या नहीं मिला? तो अभी आर्कन क्वेस्ट खत्म थोड़ी हुआ है। देखो देखो, हर आर्कन क्वेस्ट के ना चैप्टर्स होते हैं।
नहीं 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 130 हो गए ना, तो
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा,
दीदी नहीं आई।
मेरे ख्याल से तुम आर्कन क्वेस्ट फॉलो कर रहे हो ना, इसलिए नहीं आया। फॉलो करना बंद करो।
रुको अभी खत्म ही कर देते हैं।
अरे तुम्हें बस एक बार कैंसिल दबाना है, फिर नॉर्मल स्क्रीन पे जाना है, फिर अपने आप आएगा, फिर वापस फॉलो कर देना। नहीं आया। लेट्स बी। भूल तो नहीं गए आज भेजना?
हाँ ना। हेलो गेंशन वालो।
आएगा आएगा आएगा।
मैं पेड़ से कूद जाऊंगा गेंशन।
मैं अपना ऑन करके देखता हूँ मेरे आया नहीं। अरे कूद गए, बच जाओगे, पानी है। हाँ पानी है, बच जाओ।
कुछ नहीं हो गया, यस। रुको एरिया थोड़ी सी दूर जाता हूँ मैं।
मॉन्स्टर घूम के आ जाओ।
हाँ वही अपना अच्छा एरिया है, यहाँ पे तो बारिश हो रही है।
Oh, you're dripping wet. That must be uncomfortable. Let's take a break. I'll use my fire to dry you off.
मेरे ख्याल से तुम्हें मिल गया होगा। मैंने तो गेम ऑन की, मेरे को तभी मिल गया।
मिल गया होगा।
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
देखो कितने डेज दिखा रहा है, शॉप पे जाओ।
days।
और नीचे लिखा रहा है आज का क्लेम हो गया। देखो लिखा होता ऑलरेडी क्लेम टुडे, तुमने कर लिया क्लेम, तुमने ध्यान नहीं दिया होगा। या फिर वो अपने आप एक्सेप्ट हो गया होगा।
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens,
पता
God
नहीं।
should broaden their horizons in the world
हो गया होगा।
below.
Full throttle!
क्या मस्त हेलमेट निकाला उसने, एकदम स्टाइल। कान देखो ना।
Nahida! Should I say it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created so much... Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends! Thanks, you too. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was only now born into this world. My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country, and even the entire world. It's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out. There's one more thing. What is it? For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay. Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over you!
वैसे देखा जाए तो पायमोन भी स्ट्रॉन्ग रहेंगी ना, अगर मतलब उसका कुछ आया तो। ऐसा स्टोरी
बहुत।
That reminds me. I wonder how far we need to
लोर
hurry
के
and
अंदर
prevent the birth of that false god.
मतलब
I
सस्पेक्टेड
need
है,
to make some
पक्का नहीं है,
preparation.
ये मून
First
गॉडेस
things
है।
first. After that, I'll make some adjustments. After all,
हाँ कुछ तो आपने कहा था ना कि कुछ तो हो गया है, तो वो भी
in the meantime,
नीचे
you
गिर
should
गई,
also
ऐसा
look
कुछ
if we don't
है ना।
stop the god creation plan and might as well prepare for a fight. When we're
Prepare
done,
for
we
a
can take
fight.
a walk around.
मतलब अब the
अब
last
होगी फाइट।
battle।
हाँ, लेकिन उसके बाद अभी और होगा।
48 wishes। मोरा तो बहुत मिल चुका है मुझे। वो कैसे पता करते हैं कि मोरा कितना है? इन्वेंटरी।
हाँ इन्वेंटरी पे जाओ। नहीं ऐसा करो, कुछ अपग्रेड करने लगो, वेपन अपग्रेड पे जाओ, कहीं पे भी जाओ, अपने आप आ जाएगी मोरा ऊपर।
हाँ है, ठीक ठाक है। मतलब वो रोज में उनको भेजता हूँ ना कि जाओ कलेक्ट करो, लाओ सिक्के।
मैं भी भेजता हूँ, भीख मांग के लाओ। तो और क्या, यही करते होंगे, और करते क्या होंगे वो। एनजीओ थोड़ी
1960
खोल रखा उन्होंने।
मतलब नेक्स्ट डे का 16 क्या? नहीं नहीं, हो गया हो गया। अरे यार
कंफ्यूज हो जाते तुम।
Rev the engines!
सुनो एक बात बताता हूँ।
हाँ।
जहाँ तक मैंने अभी पढ़ रहा था,
हाँ।
हो सकता है अभी 1-1.25 घंटे का हो, तो तुम कल करना चाहते तो कल कर लो।
Talk to Nahida once you have made your preparations. वहां से 1-1.25 घंटा और।
नहीं 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 नहीं, 40 मिनट।
40 मतलब 3 बजने ही वाले
ऑलमोस्ट जाएंगे। हाँ,
नहीं
या तो ये
रुको।
कल कर सकते हो, कल कर लो।
हाँ फिर कल करेंगे, कोई बात।
हाँ, और फिर अगर तुम कल करोगे तो तुम कल ही वहां भी चले जाओगे, फाउंटेन।
यस।
फाउंटेन का कल स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, बढ़िया।
इसका जो वेपन है ना, मतलब जो गन यूज करती है, तो रैबिट जी ने कहा तो वो ऑटो एम है, आप इसको लेवल
हाँ
अप कर
हाँ,
सकते हो।
यस।
तो इसको मैं लेवल अप करूँ क्या, मतलब इन
कर लो
होने के बाद?
कर लो, पहले ये वाले आर्कन क्वेस्ट कर लो, बस फिर करते रहना।
हाँ हाँ, क्योंकि अभी मैं फिलहाल तो किसी को नहीं लेवल अप करूंगा, क्योंकि वो आने वाली है दोस्त, उसके लिए तो बहुत। तो ये वेपन दे सकते हैं वैसे।
किसको?
नहीं ना, कोई ये वेपन नहीं अच्छा।
किसको? किसको?
नहीं, परीना की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं।
अच्छा,
उसको तो
फिर
फार्म
तो
ही
स्वॉर्ड लेते हैं।
फार्म ही करना पड़ेगा वो। होमा का भी C2 है मेरे पास।
नाइस।
आपके पास भी ज्यादा होगा ना थोमा का?
हाँ है, याद नहीं लेकिन मेरे को।
बाप रे, रुको रुको रुको, इसका इसका ये देता हूँ फोटो, मस्त आएगा फोटो। तुरंत गया नीचे सन, पागल। फोटो भी नहीं खींचने दिया। हेलो ऊपरा जी। तो खत्म हो गई स्ट्रीम दोस्त। अरे आप तो अभी भी स्ट्रीम कर रहे हो, बहुत टाइम से स्ट्रीम कर रहे हो। हाँ जा रहा हूँ, अभी खत्म हो गया। टन 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 टन। ओके गुड नाइट। यस गुड नाइट। अब भी बहुत देर से
मीठे
स्ट्रीम कर,
स्वप्न।
आप भी सो जाओ दोस्त, बहुत देर से आप स्ट्रीम कर रहे हो। सो जाओ क्या कह रहे देखो। ठीक है बाय टेक केयर। गुड नाइट।
गुड नाइट, टेक केयर।
कल फिर करते हैं ये, और फिर उसके
और
बाद
कल स्पॉन्टेन
थोड़ी सी ये भी करते हैं, फार्मिंग। हाँ
ठीक।
मतलब ये 1 घंटा चलेगा, फिर उसके बाद फार्मिंग, और फिर उसके बाद देखते हैं।
ठीक।
यस चलो बाय गुड नाइट्स।
गुड नाइट, बाय
टेक केयर।
टेक केयर।
टडंग टडंग टंग 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 टडंग टडंग टंग 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 टंग। चलो दोस्तों, आज के लिए बस इतना ही। आज बहुत कुछ एक्सप्लोर किया, फाइनली क्वेस्ट करे रोनिन भाई के कहने पे। मैं तो करने वाला था नहीं आज भी मन नहीं था, पर उनके कहने पे मैंने कर दिया। वो उनके बाद अगला जो मैप अनलॉक होने वाला है वो बहुत मस्त मैप है, उसके लिए आई एम एक्साइटेड। तो ये फटाफट कंप्लीट करने के बाद वहाँ पे, ठीक है, तो आप लोग जुड़े रहिए। आपसे बाय बाय, टेक केयर।